Alright, let's skip boring intros for this one as well, because this is pissing me off, for real. Think about this. 50 years of killing and displacement, from Hama to Ghouta, from Daraa to Aleppo, all over Syria. 500,000 killed, 3 million displaced, 200,000 missing, and an entire nation caught between graves, prison, and exile. And amidst all this, Western journalists chose to ask the real questions. For example, will you allow women to be educated? Bro! Our women were educating the world while you were still searching for a solution for why your city smelled, because you hadn't discovered showering yet. You were defecating in the streets. I'm not kidding. The first university ever in history was established by a Muslim woman. Look at what Europe was like during that time. Our women are doctors, engineers, teachers, professors, whatever, runs the gamut. If we have a tragedy today, is that our children's schools are being bombed and their homes are being destroyed over their heads. Then comes the other absurd question. How about people drinking alcohol? That's the brilliant question for this historic moment. That's what's concerning your average Westerner. As if our people's greatest problem is in barrel bombs. You know, talking about alcohol, the only barrels we are worried about are barrel bombs. We're worried about chemical weapons, the dungeons that swallow men, women, and children. No one is worried about whether or not they can die drunk, basically. Die with a glass of wine in their hand. Why are these the pressing issues of the West? The Syrians are a people who have lost half of themselves. Between martyrs, the missing, the displaced, they are dying under rubble and sleeping on bare grounds in tents. A people besieged by the nations of the world, and no one cares about them. Yet, the only thing that Western media cares about is will there be bars with a happy hour every Friday? Would women be allowed to twerk in the street? It's the darkest of comedies, except it's not funny. But that's the situation that Muslims found themselves in all over the world. They are writing chapters and chapters in the great book of human tragedy, while the rest of the world is trying to find catchy headlines for them. Clickbait titles. That's the truth, the real truth. Instead of going to a random politician in the Muslim world and asking them about sexual rights or drinking alcohol or any of these things, how about you ask about children who lost their mothers through Western proxy regimes? Should be worried about mothers who lost their children, fathers and families who spent their entire lives fearing the sound of airplanes overhead. Entire groups of people are getting genocided, and you can't get your head out of the gutter thinking about sexual rights and drinking alcohol and this decadent lifestyle because you can't wrap your head around the real world. These are human lives. These people aren't thinking all day about carnal pleasures, and you won't be either if your house and your entire family were turned into ashes this morning. Maybe when the bombing ends and the black cloud lifts from our land, maybe then we all sit together to discuss, education, alcohol, music, and promiscuous sex. These important pressing issues that concern you all the time. And even then, it won't be based on your dictates and your narrow perceptions of the world. It will be according to our values and laws that reflect our identity and principles, which are the right ones, by the way, across the board. We just can't get into that right now. The battle right now that we are fighting is very clear. It's our humanity, our lives, our souls against the Western assault on every Muslim country that dares to question their authority or their assumed superiority. It's our dignity against your average Joe's deafening silence, knowing that his tax dollars are killing children half the way across the world. And it's our young children getting killed, getting torn into pieces, juxtaposed with your champagne problems. So for God's sake, have some shame on your bones, any amount at all, or shut the hell up because your fake concern about human rights makes me want to throw up. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. It helps us in the algorithm. Thank you.